What's up, everybody? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. So, we'll start out with Spy. Um, I feel like really just couldn't have been any better. I had mentioned if we open and touch these single prints, that's where you would take calls. Your first trim would be 5.44 and 47 cents, and take profit 5.45.60. It's kind of hard to see. I don't like to delete anything, but you can see by this arrow right here, come down, bounce, and boom to there. Um, and then probably from here get a pullback to here. And this is exactly what happened. Um, from this pullback, we went and made a new higher high on the day. So if you played this properly and you took calls here, I'll just show this. Let's just say your entry is right at the midpoint. Your first trim is here, which means your stop loss could be there. So risking, I don't know, 75 cents to make roughly $1.50. So anyway, this came down, tapped, hit the first trim, and from there, you would move your stop loss to break even, right? And now your profit target moves up to here. We did get a small pullback from here. Shouldn't have hit your stop loss. And then came back up, another pullback, boom, hit our final price target. And then I had mentioned, I mean, this wouldn't have worked out, but if we crossed through this level, retest, take calls, the retest would have stopped you out. And then I mentioned if we lose the single prints here at the bottom, that we would look for a retest and then be short or take puts. On the upside here, that's if we came up, retested, and then this would be our first trim, second trim. But anyway, the one play worked out. Next, we'll be looking at Apple. Puppy is going to town. Dude, like literally, he wasn't squeaking anything at all until I started the video. And then he just started going nuts on the toy again. Nuts, dog. Okay. Apple. Gosh, I would like to... Okay, so... Where... Am I losing my mind? Okay. We opened here. Right? Yeah, that's Friday. Okay. So we opened down here. We came up, went through our take calls level and had a little pullback. And then we bounced. And first target was hit. Second target was hit. Closed call target was hit. I got a lot of DMs about this. People made good money. I think the most I saw was 40%. I feel like somebody said 120%, but I'm not positive. I know for sure somebody said they made 40%, which is a good win. And then our fail for the day, AVGO. Total bummer. Right off of the open, we came up and went through our take call level and then made it about halfway to the first trim and then rejected and just sold off. What was crazy to me is I still saw people talking about taking calls here. And actually, it was a little bit higher, like 610-ish. And I said, we're at a super dangerous level where this is just all free space where we'll fill this gap. And it looks like now they're probably going to fill this gap. So I would not be trying to be long here. So those were the two plays. One win, one loss. 50% win rate. Yeah, decent. The AVGO, though, probably, if people played it, they probably took a bigger loss than anybody could have made off of the Apple trade, which is a bummer. Anyway, a couple bangers for tomorrow. First one is going to be Netflix. I feel like every time we've called this out, it's just been like killer. So 672 will take calls. First trim 678, second trim 682 and 50 cents, and then close at 686 and 80 cents. This is going to be a swing trade, and then you'll want to take calls at least 4 days out on this one. I think we're actually going to end up hitting like 92-ish. But I get, after a little while, I get kind of tired of like putting levels. But this is doable. And then the other trade that I have, I've only got two, but they're both really nice, is NVIDIA. NVIDIA, I'm looking for one of two setups. If we sell off and either tap this level or slice through it and then come back through, you can take calls at 116.50. This would be like the ideal entry, actually. And if that happens, then our first trim would be 119. If that doesn't happen and we move up from here at the open, our call entry would be 119, first trim 121, second trim 122.60 cents, third trim 124.39, and then close at 126.95. Kind of the same thing here on NVIDIA. I actually think we're going to make like a new higher high. 142-ish. If that's the case, I would be aware of 128.50-ish as a level. Actually, it looks like it's 128.40. Also, 129.55 you need to be aware of, and 131.80-ish. Okay. So those are really just the two trades I'm looking at for tomorrow. We'll do a quick deep dive on SPY. I'm exhausted. So when I was looking at charts, I was actually like even contemplating if I wanted to share trades. I'm just like so worn out, but I try to always if I'm available and if I see setups, I try to share levels with you guys. Obviously that doesn't always happen, but I try. Okay. I think also I mentioned that I would do a video um, Wednesday. Um, I don't think I'm going to be going over trades on Wednesday, just an FYI. I'll explain why at the end of the video. What's up, Hef? No worries, Tony. What's up, Pedro? That was pretty funny that the dog like jumped into the video yesterday. I do this live as well, just hopefully it helps people with their charting. Obviously, it's probably like kind of boring to watch. And it's difficult for me to talk while I'm doing this, but I think it's good to see, you know. So that's why I choose to do it live. Sorry, I'm pretty horrible at math. I happen to have a Chinese child if I ever need math done. So that's amazing. Okay. Midpoint on this is roughly 25 cents. Close enough. It indicates, well, it depends on if single prints, if they're at the top or the bottom, is going to indicate whether it's strength or weakness. So basically, actually, I'll show you, just in case, Hef, I don't cover it, ask me when I take TPOs off the chart, off the screen, so I can actually show you what it is, okay, on the candlesticks. And single prints like to kind of react at the midpoint, so that's generally your spot to go in. I don't think this will be happening tomorrow per se, but if we lose this zone here on SPY, we're coming to here. All right, let me explain the single prints for you. So the way that TPOs work is everything's in 30-minute blocks of time. And so if I turn on TPO really quick here and then split it by blocks. So this is the A period here, the first 30 minutes of the market. And this range is where we were trading during the first 30 minutes. This is going to be the B period here, which is where we were trading during the second 30 minutes of the market. C period, where we were trading for the third 30 minutes, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, and then M. And then you can see up here in B, the 30-minute time frame, it's all single. There's no, what's it called? Like there's no blocks next to this, right? And down here for the M period, it's all single, meaning that there's no other blocks, just M, and up here is just B, right? So if we turn off TPO here, when we came up to here, there's a huge selling tail, right? Which shows that this area, there's very aggressive sellers, right? Right here, we're still not sure. These are single prints, but it's still one massive red candle. We didn't get a bounce, but these are single prints. More interested in up here. Tomorrow, you're going to have to really pay attention to the time frames and the verbiage and everything, because this is going to be important. Okay. Let's see. Excuse me. So did that make sense, Hef, what I said about the single prints? Okay, cool. For tomorrow, I would like to see, I mean, really, like, it's kind of a sketchy area, but me personally, I would take the trade. So you guys have to decide if you're okay with the risk or not. Basically, one of two setups. If we have 3 5-minute candles that close below this single print level, 542 and 63 cents. So 3 5-minute candles minimum. It can be more. So I could have 20 minutes below, 30 minutes below. Doesn't really matter as long as it's over 15 minutes. Retest and then take puts. The issue is there's a chance that we bounce here. There's also a chance that we bounce here. And there's also a chance that we come to here. Okay. This would be your riskier entry of the entries that I'm going to show you guys. Second one would be if, actually, I don't even know. Where's price right now? Oh, actually, I do. 542.65. The second one is if we sell off, same thing, 3 5-minute candles minimum below the previous day value area high, retest, short, and you're targeting previous day value area low. The only issue is you have to be aware that we might bounce here. Okay. So generally, when your POC is this high, you don't really want to short or take puts at the previous day value area high like this, but I still do it. It's just a little bit riskier, but you need to be aware that it's a little bit riskier, and then you have to determine if you're okay with that risk. Other thing I would be interested in is if price comes here. I don't really know how to draw this, but you can take calls right there. And this would be my first target right here. Whoa. Drag it. This would be your second target. And then if we make it up here, this is where you close. That's kind of ugly. Any questions on this? Anyone? All right, well, fortunately, I didn't have to stand up during this video because it's going to be harder for this. Like, I think if we come back into this range and break like the single or the mid, you could probably just go calls. If you want to be safer, if you break 543 and 20 cents, you could take calls. Yeah, 542.92. You don't have to wait for 3 5-minute candles. I don't know if I finished my sentence. No, this is for tomorrow. You know, obviously, like if you take further out expiration, you're not going to get eaten up by theta quite as quickly. So these trades I'm talking about is just for tomorrow on SPY. Just in case I didn't say it, I know I said it at least on Netflix, but Netflix and NVIDIA will both be a minimum of 4 days out for swing trades. Both of them can make the full move in 1 day, but it's not guaranteed. The SPY stuff that I'm covering is literally just for tomorrow. You take 0-day expirations, though, like you're more likely to take a big win or a big loss. Whereas if you take a further out expiration, you're not going to get destroyed by theta if it's choppy. But that's what I would be looking at. I think if this scenario happens, this should be pretty quick. But, you never know. Way easier for me to gauge the speed that it's going to take for a move if I'm trading live and I can see price action and see, volume and everything like that. And then I'll just share with you guys You got chewed out by Spy today. Destiny, I would highly recommend. So in the description of this video, there should be 3 books listed: Trading in the Zone by Trader Dale, Volume Price Analysis by Anna Cooling, and the last one is Trading in the Zone by Mark. I'm not going to think of his last name right now. But if you read those 3 books and then reach out to me like through DMs, I'll do a free one-on-one with you. And I mean, that applies to everybody, but I would highly recommend reading those books, because education is just how you take your trading to the next level. I still study. I still watch like my mentor's videos. I'm still learning. I actually talked about this with my son's coach today. My son, for people that don't know, he trains really hardcore MMA, and for jiu-jitsu he has belts. For everything else he does, there's no belt ranking. It's just shorts and a t-shirt kind of thing. But for jiu-jitsu he wears a belt, and he's a pretty high rank for his age. But today he forgot his belt, and so he had to get a loaner belt from the front desk. So he showed up as a brand new white belt today. And I was joking with his coach, like, hey, you've got a new student today. And he goes, hey, nothing wrong with being a white belt. And he goes, like, you should always have that white belt mentality, when you're showing up to instruction, and you should be listening and paying attention and being really focused. And I said, yeah, you've always got to be a student and always have to be learning. And he goes, 100%. That's it, 100%. You always need to be a student. You always need to be learning. There's always going to be somebody better than you that can teach you, And I like to think that I'm a humble person. I know a lot of people, they look at me, they look at my name, whatever. They see the trades that I call out, and they think I walk on water, and I don't. Like I'm an average person like you guys. I will say this, just hopefully it resonates with somebody. There was a time where I wanted to quit trading. Like I was so frustrated. I just seemed like I was break even or losing money, and it was so frustrating. I'm pretty sure at one point, like I was talking to my wife, and I was crying, and she was like, you've worked way too hard at this. Like you've worked way too hard to give up. And the fact that you're like talking about giving up probably means you're like really close to breaking through whatever barrier is stopping you from, getting to being profitable. And so she was really the person that pushed me to keep going. I'm glad I did. I'm very profitable now. Do well. I share, I share my logs. I'll pull them up right now just to show you guys. I always think it's very important to be transparent. There's no way for me to, I guess this could be like a, what's it called? It could be like a evaluation account, but it's not. This is, I'm trying to think. I don't know what the start date is. I could tell you 100% what it is. Let's see. I started using new logging software because mine was messing up. So this account was started on 5/29. So just shy of a month. Just one red day. Yeah. And then here you can see like my recent trades. Losses, wins bigger than losses most of the time, So, again, this is not actually like my my stats show that I have a lot of work to do. Um, the this should be 2, so I should be doubling my risk every trade, and I'm not. Um, I talked about this today with like the people that I trade live with. I don't know what it is. Like the last week, I would say. I need to sneeze 1 second. The last week and a half, I don't know what's going on with me. I probably need to have like a chit chat with my mentor, just to get my mind right. I've been struggling with confidence, and um, I think it's because I was taking a lot of losses, like in through this range here. I think I started. I mean, like again, I'm still green, but I was taking more losses than I normally do. Indo, I'll talk on that in just a second, okay? Um, and then finally, like had a losing day, and it was a pretty big losing day. Um, and it just really was like messing with my confidence level. Um, Monday, wait, what day is this? Friday, I guess. Yeah, 6/21. Friday, I was green on the day, but it was a really rough day. I think I was down like 5K at one point on Friday, and finally like turned green on the day. Today on Monday, I think the worst thing that could have happened to me was um, I opened, or sorry, my very first trade was a losing trade, and then my very second trade was a losing trade, and you know, like I said, I was already kind of struggling with my confidence. I thought I had my mind right for this morning. And as soon as I took 2, like the first loss, I was like, oh, that sucks, you know? Um, but I wasn't letting it affect my mentality or my mental game. The second loss this morning, like I know, got to me. And I think part of why these losses also get to me is I'm calling these trades out live, and other people are trading off of my call outs. And so it's not just me losing money, it's other people losing money. So there's even a little bit more pressure on me, for other people losing money off of my call outs. But so anyway, this was like a 4. So like basically for every dollar that I risked, I was making 4, until like the last week and a half has brought it all the way down to a 1.34, which is pretty sad. So I've got to work hard to bring this back up to a 2-to-1 risk to reward. And generally my trade win percent is right around 70 to 80%. So this is horrible as well. And then again here you can see like I should be doubling my loss. So my win should be like 1225 or something like that. And it's not. So I've got to correct this as well. But that's what journaling is about, is recognizing where. Yes, absolutely, Destiny. I know it's. I tell people often, like, to become a good trader, you have to be a good loser. And generally, I am good at losing. It's just been the last week and a half. I've been losing a lot more than I normally do. And it's been making me second guess myself. And I'm just, again, I try to be as transparent as possible. And I want other people to know that, like, even when you see people that are pro traders or whatever, like, we all struggle. It's not an easy career, I guess, or whatever you want to call it. It's not all roses. And so you constantly have to work on your mental game. And that's really what this conversation is about, is I'm just trying to show you guys, like, no matter where you are in your trading journey, like, everybody struggles. And you have to figure out what you need to do to overcome those struggles. One thing that's very important, and you guys might think this is ridiculous. I don't want to spend too long talking about it, but journaling your trades. When you're, excuse me, every day that you trade, TradeZilla is a really good app or whatever program. It's kind of pricey. $350 for the year for if you want all of the features. They have a cheaper version where it'll be significantly cheaper, and where you can you don't have quite as many features, but it's very nice. You can also like go to Google and Google like and it depends on what you're trading. So if you're doing options, and then there's videos that show you how to make your own. If you don't want to make your own, you could try free downloads. You can also try shopping, and you'll find a lot here. Some are pretty inexpensive, and some of them start to get more pricey. Like this one's $60. But what I'm not showing here is like there's an area where you can write notes. There's no referral code, Hef, but thank you. I appreciate that. You can write notes, and what you want to focus on is like every trade that you took, what you did correctly. Like you always want to focus on what you did correctly, and you want to be really honest with yourself. Like what you did that you did correct, and you'll type that out. That way, when like for your next trades, you can try to do the same things that you did right. Then you want to journal what you did wrong, like you entered too early or you entered late or whatever, closed early. And you want to journal all of those things so you can try to stop making those same mistakes in the future. And then also journal what you think you could have done better. And that way, the things that you could have done better, you can try to integrate into your trading. This is really important. It might seem stupid, but part of me going from like a break-even, slightly profitable trader to being a profitable trader was journaling my trades. So really, really important. And then, what else was I going to say? The other thing that like really like took me from break even, slightly profitable to being like very profitable. And I've talked about this before. A lot of people, watching the video right now have probably already heard me talk about this, but one trade a day for 6 months, it forces you to be patient and to not YOLO and to not FOMO into trades. And it forces you to be patient and wait for good setups. And then that way, after you've done it for 6 months, one trade a day for 6 months solid, like you'll be extremely disciplined at that point, and you'll be able to take as many trades as you want because you're going to use that discipline and patience still to wait for good setups and wait for A++ setups and like good quality trades. And you're not going to FOMO into trades after you take a loss or miss or whatever. So those two things are very important. That's what I would recommend. As far as where to see us trade live, let me share a link with you. It's not cheap. Before I share this link, there's reasons that this is not cheap. So my mentor's Discord, he doesn't want... yeah, exactly, Hef. He doesn't want people that are going to cause problems, that are going to be troublemakers or whatever. And generally people that are willing to invest in themselves are not looking to cause a bunch of trouble, right? So my mentor doesn't need to make money off of anybody. Like, he does very good day trading. He also has a very good career where he makes very good money, working his 9 to 5, and he gets to work from home so he can trade while he's working as well. Um, and with all of that said, like, the price is the price, specifically because people that are willing to invest in themselves are more likely, to succeed, and to work hard at trying to succeed. And so his Discord is basically $100 a month, $99.95 or whatever. And the focus of the Discord is education. And the excuse me, there's two market makers. Well, my mentor is a market maker, and then we also have another person that's a market maker that also trades in the Discord as well. Quite a few people that are very, very high level traders that have learned through myself, through Shorty, my mentor. And so we trade pretty much every single day of the week live, Monday through Friday. Shorty probably goes live like once or 2 to 3 times a week, and I'm generally live 5 days a week trading live. So that's the spiel on that. If you're interested in joining, we'd love to have you. But we're just looking for people that are serious and that are seriously interested in learning. So there's the link. If you're interested, great. If you're not, great. With all of that said, we share a lot of the education for free on YouTube. And you don't ever need to pay anybody to learn how to trade. You don't need to pay for Discords. You don't need to pay for mentors or anything like that. Everything is freely available, especially now in the day and age of the internet. You can find pretty much everything for free, or just by buying books. You just want to make sure you're buying the right books. And so with all of that said, if I was going to recommend like what to focus on as far as education, the 3 books that I mentioned, one of them was volume profile. So you want to learn volume profile for trading. You want to learn volume, which is that Anna Cooling book, volume price analysis. And then I would learn footprints, TPO, and order flow. It's kind of the cheat sheet to trading once you've learned those 5 things. So that would be where I would focus my energy. Hopefully this is helpful to everybody. And again, it's really cool to watch professional traders trade live, because you learn like how to quickly switch from calls to puts or long to short or whatever it is that you're trading. And then I don't know, it's just, I remember when I first started watching my mentor trade live, I was like, whoa, this is crazy. And I'm sure now when people watch me trade live, they're like, whoa, this is crazy. But so anyway, it really helps you learn how to not hesitate to hit that buy or sell button kind of thing. But other than that, like I said, everything you can learn on your own. You don't need somebody to hold your hand. You will learn quicker with somebody holding your hand. You will learn quicker if you pay a mentor. You will learn quicker if you join the right Discords. The issue is most Discords are just about making money. And it's really hard to distinguish which ones are just about making money and which ones are actually trying to help you and teach you and help you become a better trader. So I don't, I don't know how to prove that we're not trying to just take people's money. But again, we give most of it away for free on YouTube anyway. Like these videos I'm doing right now, it's for free. And if you think I'm making money on YouTube, like, it's a joke. You don't make money on YouTube. I could actually show you guys. For the amount of time that I put in, it's just not even worth my time if I was doing this for money. Like, this is 28 days, $162. Like, if I did the math on the number of videos that I've done I'm probably making like 5 cents an hour. It's not even worth talking about. I'd be better off like, digging cans out of a trash can and going and recycling them. So this is not about money. This is about trying to help people. Um, and I think even like larger YouTubers, it's more and more difficult to make money through YouTube, which is why a lot of people are making private Discords and Patreons and whatever else, um, where people can join a Patreon as just to support them, like and pay a membership fee or whatever. So it's definitely not about the money for me. I'm not making private Discords. I'm not making Patreons or anything like that. So just trying to help you guys out. And like I said, all the information is freely available. So don't get suckered into anything. Okay. With all of that said, I'm going to end the stream here. I'm going to end with a couple of quick things. I was planning on going live tomorrow and going over option trades with you guys again. And then I realized that tomorrow's my birthday. I actually completely forgot. So I'm going to be taking tomorrow off. My wife wants to take me out to dinner. So I'll probably have a few drinks and I'm not going to be wanting to look at charts. So there's all that. So with that said, I will probably not see you guys until, I would guess, like Saturday or Sunday. We'll probably cover some option trades again. Thursday and Friday, I know I'm already going to be busy. And then, like I said, Wednesday is going to be my birthday. Thank you guys for the early happy birthday. I appreciate that. But anyway, with all of that said, one more thing really quick. And again, when I say this, it's not like a threat or whatever. The one thing that keeps me doing these videos is your guys' interactions. And so, and I will say, like, the interaction has been insane. Like, I think for a smaller channel, like the amount of likes that my videos get and the amount of replies and stuff that people give on the videos is pretty huge for the size of my channel. So you guys are killing it on that. But the only way that I know that you guys are enjoying these videos and want me to keep doing more is by you guys hitting that thumbs up button and by replying to the videos. And I would say, like, what I would appreciate is I like to see you guys win. Obviously, I don't want to see you lose, but that's inevitable in trading. So win or loss, I would love for you guys to come back to the video and just type a quick message. Hey, made this much on X trade or lost this much on so-and-so trade. So I would really appreciate that. And then it lets me know that you guys are interested in me still doing these videos, and I'll keep doing them. Again, it's not a threat. It's just a matter of, as long as there's a demand for it, I'll keep doing it. If there's no demand, I'm going to stop. So that's all. All right. Anyway, I think I've taken up enough of everybody's time. Hopefully you guys hit some bangers tomorrow. SPY, I'm pretty sure, is going to be selling off. But we reclaim these single prints. We're going to go higher. And then we've got the Netflix and NVIDIA plays. All right. So much love. Peace out. Y'all have a good night. I appreciate you guys. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye.